Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. This is Use Reviews and Grow. Today, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what we've gotten out of the garden. Just a haul that we have received from all the picking and things. Now, we have already processed quite a few things, so we can't necessarily show you all of what we have processed, but we've already processed. We've eaten a lot of things out of the garden, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what we have received from our picking and going on thus far in the garden. It's starting to cool down, so we're going to start doing some fall things and getting some fall stuff going, because I mean, I don't know, it just seems like we're going to have an early fall this year, but I could be wrong. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at what we got. Mainly, we have tomatoes. So we have quite a bit of tomatoes, and a lot of these tomatoes came from the what we call the conservatory, the place that has all the compost area that has all that stuff we never touched. All of the volunteers, I guess you could say, all of these tomatoes pretty much came from that, and there's still tomatoes out there to pick. So this is what we're looking at. All these tomatoes, which is, I think, great. Matter of fact, they look good. We just washed them. So it tastes good. Nice and sweet. I'm gonna get another one of those. All right, over here we have two different types of tomatoes. We have the Korean long. These tomatoes are kind of a funky looking tomato, but they taste good. Now, I will say these Korean longs, they are a more meaty type of tomato. Not many seeds, but a lot of flesh. I mean, you can feel it. I mean, it has a feel of a heaviness to it. There's a lot of flesh to this tomato. Not very much juice, not very many seeds. So these tomatoes here are great for salsas. They're great for sauces, like spaghetti sauce and things of that nature. So that's what we have there. We also have the San Marzano, if I can say it, San Marzano tomatoes. These are kind of same funky shape, but they're smaller. These also are good for salsa, and things of that nature. So that's what we're rocking with right now. Now, my wife, she has some already, particularly these. She has some already in the oven roasting, because she's going to make some salsa out of them. And I can't wait to test it and try it and eat it. All right. We got more tomatoes over here. We're just waiting for these to just get ripe. We got another box of them up here. We just picked these out of the garden a couple days ago. Matter of fact, I'm sure there's more to be picked in the garden today. We haven't really been out there today. But two more boxes of tomatoes that we have picked. So we're pretty good as far as tomatoes are concerned. We also have some tomatoes over by the windowsill, which isn't much. We got a few tomatoes here waiting to ripen. Got a couple tomatoes here waiting to ripen up. So, I mean, it's, that's pretty much what we got. Got a few tomatoes up here that, these are also good tomatoes here for salsas and things of that nature. I wish we had more of these.
Yeah, those. I thought you were talking about
Yeah. These are very good as well. I mean, they're all good, but, if you want a good tomato to slice for your sandwiches, I mean, you can't go wrong with these. Can't go wrong with these bad boys. So, beans. So we're looking at the beans right here. I mean, it's a good amount, but we've had these in the refrigerator. We have about maybe 4 or 5 bags, maybe 6 bags in the refrigerator that are actually filled more than this. This is just a small bag of, beans to show you that we're getting quite a bit of beans this year. So this is pretty much what we have. Yeah. My wife has already processed quite a few of the beans, but like I said, we have about another 4 or 5 bags of beans waiting to be processed. She's already pickled some beans. My boys, they enjoy the pickled beans. I also like the pickled beans. But we've had, let's see, last night she made a pot of beans with some potatoes that we got out of the garden. And I tell you what, they were so delicious. So delicious. Okay, here's the squash right here. Now, don't worry about all this. This is stuff that we've already processed. I got to throw that into the compost. But we've been grabbing the squash. This is our squash right here. Now, we have eaten quite a bit. So this is still left to eat and process and stuff like that. So we have our normal zucchini. We got our, I can't think of the name. I just call them flying saucers. Pitty pan or patty pan. Something, I knew it was something pan. Patty pan, pitty pan, something like that. But that's what that is there. We got our cucumbers. This is our silver cucumbers, silver slice or something like that. These things are pretty good right here. These things are pretty good. And that's pretty much all that's in here, really. The zucchini, patty pans, and the zucchini. I mean the cucumbers. But other than that, that's pretty much all we got though so far. So thus far, it has been a really good summer as far as the garden is concerned. We have been eating on our garden and enjoying our garden pretty much all summer. And we will be partaking of the food that comes out of our garden for pretty much, I would say, the rest of the fall. I don't know if we have enough to really keep us going in the winter, but we have enough that it'll sustain us for a while. And that's what the garden is for, right? Is to enjoy, to eat, enjoy, and just have a surplus of food that will do the body good. So I'm pleased. And like I said, we have plenty more out there to pick. So this is just a small haul of what we have, one, already picked, and two, what we have left to pick. So for those who don't have a garden, if you decide to have a garden, it's a good thing. If you're trying to decide whether you should do it, whether you should not, listen, it is a good thing. The food that you receive is so much better than what you get in the store. And it's fun watching your stuff grow. It's fun watching, it's fun getting your hands dirty. I wish we could have showed you the berries that we got, which, we got, of course, the berry plants now are pretty much done. But hopefully next year we should have a pile of berries. That's the plan. We have a couple apple trees that we planted. We have they're growing pretty good. There's some things we're going to need to do with them because they're starting to get those dry, crusty leaves and things of that nature. So we might need to spray those with something. We're going to have to do some research on that. Our peach tree looks fantastic. I don't know how long it takes before peaches begin to be produced, but our peach tree is looking great. We have a what's that berry bush in the chicken coop, or the tree in the chicken coop? What is that? The elderberry tree. That's growing like a weed. It is growing. That thing has gotten a whole lot bigger than when we first put it in. 2 years ago? Maybe it was 2 years ago, maybe last year. That thing's about 8 to 9 feet tall. Anyway, that thing gets pretty tall. But everything is looking good, and next year, well, we'll finish this year out. We'll start planting some fall stuff. We've already got, let's see, we've already eaten a good load of lettuce. We've eaten a good load of peppers. What else we got down there? Potatoes. We've eaten a good load of potatoes. I mean, it's been up like a buffet. It's been like a buffet. So I'm pleased with the garden this year. It really turned out well. The watermelon, if you watched the last video, we had 2 watermelon to that we picked a couple weeks ago, one of them was good. The other one we picked a little bit too early. And it was, oh boy, it was not good at all. That was the first watermelon we picked of the year. So I don't know. We kind of did our watermelon a little late. But check the last video that we did, or that I did about the watermelon, and I'll leave a card at the end of this video, so you can click on that and check that out. Watermelon they're growing out there, but you know, because it's getting so cold now. Well, I wouldn't say cold. In the mornings, you're looking at about 40 degrees in the mornings. I mean, in the evenings, maybe 73, 74, something like that now. But it's supposed to get a little warmer. But that's where we are now. In the mornings, it's cold, crisp, 42, 43, somewhere in there. Like I said, I think we're going to have a early fall, but I could be wrong. If that's the case, then more than likely the watermelon, we may be a little disappointed with the watermelon this year. But hopefully we won't. Hopefully it'll warm back up and the watermelon will continue to do its thing. But other than that, everything is looking good. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of what we have collected thus far. And if you're doing your garden and you're young and new at this thing, man, keep it going. Keep it going. You know, keep it going. My hat is off to you to keep it rolling. The chickens, they're not really laying eggs anymore. So that we're gonna have to figure something out there. I'm just not, when it comes to processing those, I'm just not that guy. But not yet anyway. Not yet anyway. But every now and then we'll get an egg. Every now and then we'll get an egg. And we have 3 chickens. So it tells me that one of them is barely laying. The other 2, I'm assuming they're pretty much out. They've aged out of laying. That's from what my understanding of the egg laying process is. But it is what it is. We will have to get some more to get more eggs. Other than that, everything is good. Everything is good. So keep in tune, and we'll see what we can get ourselves into, and we'll bring you along on the ride.